Alright, Germany versus Russia. It's been a long rivalry between those two countries. And here we are again. I guess you don't go Walden against Undead, so it's most likely going to be a demon. It says on the phone the call is from Germany. No? Yeah, maybe, yeah. That's possible. If he has that option, well, like it shows the caller ID, I guess it does for most phones nowadays. People don't always associate me with Germany, though. Even though it's like, most people know, by default, some people might think I live in France or something. I feel like if I had called Sonic or someone and then they see like a call from France, their first thought probably would be like, how many people do I know from France? And they'd be like, oh yeah, I know Todd and then these two other guys, so it can only be one of them. I'm pretty sure I have Sonic's number now saved. Let me check. Should we give him a call later, guys? Hey, Sonic, can I get a post-game interview after your match versus Lubber, or? Yeah, I have his number. I have his number saved.
A player's forces are under attack.
Keeper. Tell, like, do they headbutt or do they just like hit with like their front paws or something? Their attack is like so weird. When I zoom in on this, I honestly wonder, why did we reforge this game? It looks pretty damn good to me. Oh no. No. Right now, Neutron is like, do I unplug my modem and pretend like my internet went down, or?
Player's forces are under attack.
Ay, 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 ay. So he remakes one here. This is so shit, look at his gold. Even his wood economy is like kind of in shambles. Imagine if Ente scouts here and sees no Ancient of War, he's gonna freak out. He's like, oh my god, he's gonna Ancient of War creep here. No, it just died to creep, dude.
Forces are under attack.
Was Sonic invited? I don't think he's in this tournament, let me check. No, he's not. The only three L's is Foggy, Please, and Neutron. I think Sonic probably had to play in the qualifier. I don't know if he did, but yeah. Ils ont été invités comment les joueurs? I think they invited 12 players.
Players' forces are under attack.
They probably like took yellow rankings on Warcraft 3 info. And then after that, there was a qualifier to qualify 4 players, in which Kiwikaki, Dowak, and 2 more qualified. Oh shit, oh! We even got the Death Knight. So we got level 3. Oh, he's trapped! Oh no, never mind. I thought this fire camp, whatever, like... That's the TP right there.
A player's forces are under attack.
Damn, Keeper got level 3 so fast. Imagine if he hadn't lost his Ancient of War either. He could be walking it here now. Pretty imba item. Non, Kazem, ils ont demandé aux joueurs qui étaient rentrés sur le Warcraft 3.info, ils ont un rang ELO. What is Neutron doing? Leveling his keeper like a madman? So he's gonna play like a mass... Actually, I don't know. Because he lost his Ancient of War, what else does he go for? Does he go for a lore here? He has no Huntress Soul. Maybe he's gonna make the second Ancient of War after that? Like, I actually don't know. Maybe he stays on one Ancient of War for a long time. Yeah, he could play with the wind style as well. But yeah, priority is always second hero. And then maybe double production building and then a shop after that. Losing TP early is rough against Keeper because now he has to live in fear that he could get entangled anywhere. Oh boy. Is he just gonna grab the item? No, he's looking for an attack maybe. Oh no, he's gonna go for it. That's pretty sick actually. Because it's hard to get to destroyers here. Second Ancient of War at the front. And wind in the back.
A player's forces are under attack.
That's a lot of creeping, guys. Easy still. I'm surprised Neutron didn't care. Yeah, double win at the back.
A player's forces are under attack.
Damn, those guys were scared for their life. He didn't buy ore, by the way. Ente told me he hates fighting with his Master from Night Elf. Yeah, that's very possible.
A player's forces are under attack.
But I think, remember I think they played in Anaheim, right? Oh shit. Lol. The Neutron is a little bit asleep here today. Who was it? I think maybe it was Ente that played against somebody on stage in Anaheim and Night Elf. I can't remember if he was Foggy or... I think he might have been Foggy on Neutron. And then he failed to do a 50 supply push correctly. No, I think, okay, he was playing Foggy and Neutron was casting. And Neutron kept talking about how against Night Elf Expo like this, you need to push on 50 supply, not before. Ente kept pushing too early. So see, now he's at 42. Does the same happen again? Kinda looks like it right now. Has he learned from these games? Gets a Dark Ranger third. Okay, Ente loves to do this even against human. He grabs the Dark Ranger, he gets what is it called? Dark Arrow or Black Arrow? And then he pushes to try and get a ton of skeletons. But he went silence here. I guess he wants to interrupt the healing.
Player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, this 2 Ancient of War only to buy time, and he already got Nature's Blessing as well. They're gonna take forever to die. Dude, these two fiends. That's not enough damage. Starts novaing away. Is he not entangling anything? Neutron's being very patient. He's just trying to make sure he has as much as possible before he fights. He's gonna miss the Moonwell, so he's gonna be stuck at 60 out of 60 for a long time. Oh, he didn't hit the trance here. Oh, the Moonwell is there, okay. So he can actually make more units. Maybe some fairy dragons. But he's missing an archer. More of these. My bull's gonna fall. He could just detonate all these guys into the heroes as well. Finn dies. Wild card was midair. This is very bad. Okay, this was a bad idea though. There was 2 destroyers there. There's no staff either. Wisps coming in. No? Yes? Okay, he's going low. Okay, detonates on top of everything. Is there a Nova? There was almost, I think. There's still entangles to work with. Wham! Those wisps don't know where to go. I guess there's a shop somewhere at the back. Ente didn't do too bad given all things, but looks like Neutron's gonna be able to prevail here. It's kind of killing everything. Goes for the Lich. There's no coil. Invuln. Not transferred on time. Keeper almost level 5 now as well. Pretty bad news for Ente.
Players' forces are under attack.
Only 56 supply though. Ente definitely traded, but he traded a lot of his army and his Lich, sadly for him. We've actually started seeing some humans counter-expanding against Orc just because it's so hard to get a cancel on the Orc base when they expand in Orc against human. And it's also hard to do a push once they've expanded. So guys like Infi, it seems like they're just counter-expanding nowadays. I wonder when Undeads might start doing that more. It seems like right now they're still trying to do this push a lot. And I mean, sometimes it works. In this case, I feel like Neutron did a very good job leveling his hero. Despite losing the initial Enchant of War, it didn't affect him that much actually. Still no stuff. Kinda surprises me. Yeah, be able to web. Oh, he talked. Wait, oh my god, the statues. Might have been a good time to stop using them. What do you do if you're Ente here? Do you expand? It feels like you can't. The fact that he's on 50 and less the whole time, he's mining more, but Neutron's army is just getting too massive too quickly here. I wonder if you unmount the hippos, maybe keep some archers on the ground and then hippos can go for the destroyers in the fight. Because if you're gonna get rid of your opponent's dispel, that's the whole point. Like Keeper is just dominant with trance plus entangles. Gets a staff finally.
Players' forces are under
Well, he started the camp. Sees the army coming. Wait, what? He staffed the Shredder home. Oh. Neutron has some wood problems the entire game, so now he wants to be able... Like, once you've done that as well, you can use all wisps. Yeah, there it is. He's gonna come in from the other side with all the wisps and detonate everything. That's so much mana gone from Lich, Dark Ranger, and even Death Knight was lowered a bunch, even though he's traveling with a mana pot. And Neutron's still on 70, pumping out a ton of fairy dragons. Starts Ultra Vision. I mean, it's almost daylight. But I guess he might use some Moonstone. Yeah, there it is.
A player's forces are under attack.
So Ente is just breaking up keep. He's using the fact that Neutron's playing very conservative and he's not at 80 yet to creep this camp. He went for +1 armor. He might pull this camp to try and force a bad fight out of Neutron, which is still very hard here.
Player's forces are under attack.
That's a lot of Treants. They're pretty well covered. Destroyers coming in. I think you're supposed to web and then start kiting, not stand under all of this army. Destroyers all the way at the back doing nothing either. Death Knight is in the middle of everything. He has no TP. Coil is gonna hit the Lich on time. Destroyer's not gonna get targeted. That's a lot of piercing damage here, kind of smashing them. Fairy Dragon doing damage to the heroes plus the statue. Keeper's gonna have to TP out because he was getting targeted.
A player's forces are under attack.
So Ente kind of saves the situation with some hero nuke. But he lost a lot of units there. Lich gonna get level 3. Dark Ranger as well. And he gets Django. And Neutron is expanding one more time. We got a bunch of upgrades on the way here. I hate this sound so much.
A player's forces are under attack.
Fiends used to not make this sound, right? Before Reforged, I think. Ente has expressed that he finds it difficult to play against this style because it requires a lot of micro kiting from the undead. Well, in his case, he didn't even kite, so apparently it's that hard that he doesn't even do it. It's just gonna be a TP out.
A player's forces are under attack.
Imagine you saw this coming towards you in real life. I would shit myself, especially the Lich. Looks like a straight horror movie.
The town is under siege.
It's like Silent Hill, you know, but actually scary this time. Look at this. Yo, die. Here we go. He pulled all the wisps, even the ones from the gold here. When the opponent has no TP, I think doing this is like so broken. Because then you know he's there, it's like hard for him to get away. But yeah, Ente just started running immediately. The kiting this time, I mean, he wasn't really kiting, he just got out of there as he needed to.
A player's forces are under attack.
Ente has 66 supply against 74 for Neutron. Ente is fighting for his life, guys. Does the Todd Discord invite URL works for you? No, it keeps expiring. If you remind me after this game, I'll give you the newer one. I haven't found a fix for that yet. Here we go. Nightail farming on top of the undeads. There's some ghouls doing some work. He was trying to go for the Death Knight for a little bit. Coil's gonna land on time on one of those fiends here. Wisps are coming in again here. He's gonna remove all of the mana that he can on those heroes. Ente on 66 supply. Neutron on 60. Is Ente doing this? He has so many low fiends. He has to get out. If you can escape with an army this red here instead of losing everything, it's amazing, because then Unholy Aura plus statue will really help you replenish.
A player's
But it feels like
forces are
Ente might be doing it. Even Shredder came to the help here of Neutron. I guess Tranquility would be nice. A little bit late, but he catches 3 fairy dragons. Lich still going to work. Fiends. Decent micro actually from Ente, pulling back some of those fiends. Lich! Lich! Death Knight was too far. That's gonna be a very quick death here. Another fiend gets saved. Treants coming back in. Destroyer's gonna be killed. There is only one of them left. He's gonna get targeted next as well so that the Keeper can put in more work. Very chaotic game, back and forth. Death Knight could get targeted. Goes for another fiend as he entangles the Death Knight. Oh, he used Death Pact. It's pretty costly to be honest to use one of his fiends here. He doesn't have many of them left. Okay, I thought Ente might be turning this, but Neutron is still going strong and he got Tranquility now. Shredder, does he stuff it? Oh, he didn't dispel. Stuff? So both armies died, but one of them has double expo. Even though he's not mining fully from them. And Neutron's gonna be remaking a whole lot more units. He remade this Ancient of War a little bit late here. Doing improved strain of the wild here. That's gonna affect these little guys. This is a crazy game. I think Ente, when this expires, you can just expand here as well. And I mean, when you have 3 high level undead heroes and a dream and a statue, sky's the limit in terms of what you can achieve. So it's obviously gonna stay in there. But I guess at this point, Neutron is just supposed to completely outmass him and then kill him. Having orb. Oh, he buys double orb even. Yeah, because there is no healing spray with his style, so I guess it makes sense. Alchemist is gonna hit hard. He went Acid Bomb level 3 and Rage level 2, but Rage level 2 is no joke. And imagine if he gets level 6 as well on this guy. Then you can transmute everything that Undead has. In particular, statues or destroyers are going to be sick. He kind of looked like his tower was upgrading actually. Holy shit, he's selling everything. He's just going to all in. You know what the problem is with that is that the opponent will again do the same thing. He's gonna take all the wisps, and there's not much you can do against that, but maybe he tries to Nova them. Lich does not have Dark Ritual, so these Acolytes are actually super useful.
Player's forces are under attack.
He sees the move out, that's big actually. And Neutron is getting ready for the defense here. I think he knows that if he defends this, he's won. He sees no expo. He scouted both of them. He moved the main closer. Oh, that's sick. If he staffs something, all he has to do is click on these guys. And I think that Alchemist has double staff as well. No, it doesn't. Never mind. Keeper does. If Keeper gets staffed out, he can just heal and come back quick. He might try and bait. I guess you don't really. I mean, if you lose this guy, you're in trouble anyway. Imagine if this game lasts a very long time. We're gonna be out of trees on the map. Luckily for elves, they don't consume trees while they mine wood. Do you TP? It's a tough one. I think maybe not. He's gonna TP. He's gonna do it, guys. Oh my god. I don't think you should. Because he's still mining from... Oh, actually, no, he doesn't have much gold.
A player's forces are under attack.
It's gonna fall. I think he might move the main base somewhere though. Yeah, I think he knows that Undead's not mining, so even mining like this 600 gold extra, and then he can move maybe this one there. I think keeping the main here is nice because you're still staffing here. If you staff anything and then you can heal it. You shouldn't have used the clarity. Especially when he has wealth, because any amount of gold there is important. You see, he only has this much.
A player's forces are under attack.
What a crazy game. Dark range is almost 5. So Lich did get Dark Ritual. So that's Nova level 2, Frost Armor level 1, and Dark Ritual level 1. 80 gold. I mean, you can kill the gold mine, doesn't really matter. It's gonna Nova again. I think if Ente kites really well, he can win this. 50 supply against 73. Here we go. He's not kiting. He's just standing there. Death Knight's getting targeted at the front. He has an invuln. No, he doesn't. Never mind. That was the Alchemist. Death Knight is almost level 6. And he made dead! That's not kiting, by the way. Like, you're supposed to web, move back, and then re-engage the Death Knights. Goes for a Death Pack. Lich is gonna get targeted next. He has an invuln. Chooses to disengage. Tranquility is gonna be really nice to get everything back to full hit points. Damn, and this is only game 1, guys. Ente on 29 supply. But he has still the one statue, the one destroyer on low hit points, and Tri-Hero. The statue! Sheesh! I'm gonna go down. And he lost his... he unsummoned his slaughterhouse. I mean, go and sell everything at this point. Like, I don't know why he did that with the slaughterhouse. I would have maybe taken that ziggurat out. But you need to keep, in case you have to remake a statue. Imagine now one statue would be his only chance to win the game. Because then he can just infinite Nova these guys during daylight if there is no moon wells. I think Neutron might have too much. Ente tries to go for the keeper. There is a staff anyway. And again, the tree is next to moon wells. Coil is late. Oh, and he loses the Lich. And that's gonna be it. G gets called, and Neutron wins game number 1. After mining out his expo and main base here. I can't believe that Ente tried to expo. He tried to expo last game against, or like earlier when he played Hitman on Northern Isle, against an Orc army that was looking very scary. And then now, I really thought that maybe expanding might have been better when his main mined out. Like, I've had so many of those games myself where like your base is mined out and then it's always, or like if you have only one base against Elf, you know that they get the free expo with their tree. And then it's like, do you all in? Do you all in or do you take expo? And I feel like nowadays I'm leaning a lot more towards taking expo in those cases. But I think maybe sometimes all inning is better. It's kind of hard to judge. I delayed my hike to see you play. Thank you, Telecom. Yeah. Disappointing. Disappointing, guys. Why not make Ancient Protector instead of Ancient of War? I think the Ancient of War, they're not really there for the damage. Like, he already has the damage with his army. The Ancient of War, they're there to be at the front. To basically be like some sort of tank. Like a front line. So you don't need additional damage. Like, you're already building very consistent damage by getting like a ranged army that deals a lot of damage. What you're missing is some tank at the front, something like a giant, which you can't go for because it's a different tech. So, yeah. Okay, Eons, I told you not to call me that, so I'm gonna have to time you out for a bit. Been a while since I've seen Fairies and Hippo Rider. See you in, yeah. I mean, to be honest, I don't see that style that often anymore. Like, I've seen a lot of DH Naga as of late, and Bears and like standard play. Or if Night Elf played with Archers, he was like Mass Archer style. sec. Where is neutron? Right side. Boom, +1. Alright, game 2. I think he has a smaller chance that he's gonna lose his Ancient of War to Crypts, and by smaller chance, I mean no chance. I think if Ente at the end of the game expanded and then killed the base in the top left, then suddenly he's in a much better position, because the natural of neutron was almost dead. But then I think he would have moved this tree to the bottom right and expanded there as well. But yeah, as Ente, if you can get 80 supply against 80, I think you just win. So maybe just expand and then camp there. But I mean, he's like used a lot of his buildings to get additional units and everything. But I do think that the kiting is maybe not executed properly, but then again, I'm no undead versus night elf expert. I think he's supposed to web the fairy dragons and then pull back and re-engage into a very few of them, so that the ones that are webbed, they're not actually hitting you. I still think that in Warcraft 3 the micro is very very far from having been pushed to its full potential in a lot of matchups, in almost all of them. Sometimes I look at fights and I'm like, there's so many things you could have done better here. And obviously from a spectator standpoint, it's easy to say, you know, that's like seeing somebody snowboard down a mountain and being like, oh, he really fucked up here, like, what did you do? And then in reality, like, I couldn't even do like one of the basic slopes going down in a snowball myself, so it's mistelling sometimes watching those games. That's why we got so many backseaters as well.
Players' forces are under attack.
Nice catch. I think I need to order food after. Actually, I can do it on my phone now while watching this. Because I'm just gonna keep on casting, so I was planning on cooking tonight, but I guess I'll save it for maybe tomorrow lunch or something. I don't want to interrupt the cast.
A player's forces are under
to cook. It would take too long as well. What are we gonna get? God, this website is so bad. There's so many places that I don't know. They're like, this website makes every place look the same, and then there's not enough photo examples.
Forces are under attack.
Do you guys know a website called pizza.de? I think if you're German, you know this. I once theorized that pizza.de was just a giant warehouse where they had microwaves and pre-made dishes. And then whatever restaurant you order from, they just put the fucking thing in the microwave, microwaved it, and then deliver it to you. And it's just like really bad quality food. Everything's bad. Pizza, lasagna, pasta. Like.
A player's forces are under attack.
Keeper well on his way to level 3 again. Very conservative tree of life here, but because he's standing there as well, that could not possibly get cancelled. I'm so sad. I guess like it's not much time left. It's only like 10 days now, but yeah, my favorite Vietnamese restaurant has been closed during the beginning of the quarantine, since the beginning. It's very sad. How do you feel about your group, X-Lord?
A player's forces are under
Group D is kind of group of death, I think. I feel like Paul Dowak, by the way, what the fuck? First Smadrush is happy and then Spiral or X-Lord, like... But how do you feel about beating Happy? I'm so surprised that people are struggling. I feel like there's a lot of people that could beat Happy, but it feels like nobody does it. But I think two of the guys is X-Lord and Sparrow, so we'll see. Oh my god, he lost an archer. Attack, dude. Right there.
Players' forces are under attack.
Did you ever study the replays of Happy intensely, X-Lord? Like, 120 beat him the last two times that they played. Did you study those games a lot, or what? God damn it, I legit don't know what to order. This place makes, no, there was a series where 120 played Undead. Maybe, I think I need to order from my computer after this. It will be easier than on my phone while observing. But I was hoping places will close, but I think it's only 8:30, so it might be okay. Unless they play like a 2 hours game here.
Are under attack.
Yeah, I think the keeper hit immediately after the coil and got the XP on that expo. That was weird. There is no Papa John's in Cologne. I don't know if there is Papa John's in Germany at all, but there is none in Cologne as far as I know. I wouldn't mind some Papa John's. It's like one of the few pizzas I can actually have. I had Domino's a bunch of times and I was like, nah.
A player's forces are
It's not like it was bad, but I just think there is much better pizza out there for sure. They have a lot of weird recipes as well. Like, I would rather almost order a pizza from like one of those Italian places, Italian knockoff, might I say, where they have like 4 cheese or like prosciutto, instead of ordering fucking chicken with pineapple and some cockroaches on my pizza. Like, what the fuck are these recipes they're making these days? Like, there's like corn with spicy chicken and like, I see some of these recipes, like it's fucking ridiculous. It seems like they made a list of ingredients with like 600 ingredients and then it just like mixed it and they were like, what is gonna come out together out of this? And it's like mayonnaise with watermelon. It's like, what the fuck? How about a normal old school recipe in there? Okay, immediately anti-TPs.
A player's forces are under attack.
Make the pizza yourself. Yeah, sure. Don't worry, I'll grow my own grass-fed beef as well. Just be a minute. As someone who has been working in Italian restaurants for years, I confirm Domino's are highly overrated.
Are under attack.
I mean, I don't know that they're rated this high, it's just that it's convenient, right? You kinda know what you get, and I don't think they're exceptionally expensive either. Capricciosa is classic. What is that? I like some of the standard as well, like margarita. Wow. You just straight up picked up everything. Hello darkness, my old friends. Dun, 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 dun. Look at the faces. Let me out! Oh my god. That fucking... Oh, he transformed it. I guess he was waiting for the upgrade maybe. Okay, web about to finish. Untresol made... Oh my god. He built a giant wall. Just straight up cancels the Untresol. Yeah, Neutron didn't have much army here. I think the third Enchantophore is kind of overkill. And now he's starting to produce from the two at the front. This one needs to make one. Just uproots it. Yeah, this push is looking very strong this time by Ente. Catches a feint. It's gonna be coiled on time. Dude, these trees scare me so much. If you get like, imagine you chase and then you find yourself in there with your entire army that just slap the death out of you. Nice shot placement actually, like very safe in the back. Barbecue chicken Domino's pizza is so good. Yeah, do you know Bling, the StarCraft 2 Protoss from UK? He liked that one. When he came to Video Cologne, he wanted to order that one. A 32-inch pizza is $11.50 if you don't use a coupon. Like, I get almost 2 Mac menus for that. So what, Mac menus is like the fucking gold standard of the culinary experiences that you're getting? Dude, McDonald's is garbage. Every time I've eaten McDonald's, I've hated myself after. It's honestly so bad. Oh, he has no staff yet because the shop is on the way only now. Oh my god, the keeper ran inside of the army. The Enchanter Force! They're attacking everything! The forest is alive! Dude, it's so hard to fight against this army, like especially with the Enchanter Force there. Alchemist gets level 3 now. A wisp is chasing the undead army. Barbecue chicken on pizza. Yeah, I actually don't think that sounds bad. I mean, I love chicken, so... Chicken cannot be wrong with anything. If I order Indian food, it's chicken. If I eat Vietnamese food, it's chicken. I think giving up beef and pork is actually not very hard, but giving up chicken is like nothing short of impossible. I like salmon, I guess, as well a lot.
Players' forces are under attack.
I could eat like salmon dishes like every day and be happy. In Italy, chicken and pizza is blasphemy, yeah. I don't know how many of you guys follow StarCraft, but when I was, I think it was at the last Home Story Cup, which was in Berlin, it was like a water park. There is a guy called Special from Mexico. He put ketchup on his pizza, like a lot of it, and then he ate his pizza. So I posted a photo of it on Twitter, and there's this Italian player called Rainer, who's this young kid, and he seemed very disappointed that the Mexican player did that. I guess the Italians take their food very seriously, so there's been some nice memes around that. That is sick, actually. The Air Force. He can kill a lot there. If he gets even just 3 acolytes. Scouts the expo. Oh my god, he can get a cancel if he targets the gold mine. No way. These guys are blocking one another. He's gonna get the gold mine, guys. And he already knows about this one. And he pulled those back, so even if they get webbed, they're gonna be alright. Oh, he found pipe! Okay, these actually expired here. One more expo on the way for Neutron. He's already got Nature's Blessing. He's gonna attack with 69 supply. Oh my god, Ente cannot afford to remake the gold mine. This is so awkward. So now he had to transfer acolytes to the expo, but he has only 2 of them. Okay, Ente is in a world of trouble here. Dude, this looks so bad. Like, and he found some pretty trash items as well. Like, Vampiric is completely useless here. Scroll of the Beast is good, I guess. But yeah, this is... I'm so tired of this fucking Hood of Cunning and like Mask of Madness and Boots of Bullshit. Like, dude, he wants to go for the other one. And I think Ente knows. I think he might scan.
A player's forces are under attack.
What do you even make? What about chimps? I guess it's mass fiends. what's the ideal army here? Or like, what would you add to this? Is he just going around? What the fuck? I mean, if you know that there's no gold mine here, he wouldn't maybe even bother going for it. I think maybe just mass archer, straight up.
A town is under siege.
Wait, how does he get to 80 supply this fast? He made a lot of wisp. Oh no, actually, he still had a decent amount. Oh my god, he got Ank. What did we get here? Talisman of Evasion. Can be useful on Death Knight. +2 attack for the Hippo Riders is almost done. And this game, no Fairy Dragons at all. Yeah, Ente is just gonna go for a 62 supply attack here. But the problem is that he's gonna have to fight against Moonwells if Neutron TPs. And Neutron doesn't even have to TP. Like, this army is not great against the buildings. I think Ente... Oh, you don't have a TP. He's already... he wants a base trade. He's evacuating with as much as he can already. I don't know that you want a base trade against a Nature's Blessing Night Elf, who's rich enough to make like a shitload of APs. Like, if you wanted here, you could make 4 APs, and then later on 2 Enchant of War at the front, and then that's it. You're never losing the base trade, because even taking this would take like... You take so much damage, basically. Oh, he didn't summon the main. Or like the gold mine, sorry. LOL. Double Necropolis. I think you don't even fight if you're Neutron. Just kill off the buildings and then Undead has to guard this for the rest of the game. He's making Moonwell for some reason. He might just defend the Expo then. So that means he's actually gonna fight. And his archers hurt with +2. Or hippos even, should I say.
A player's forces are under attack.
Gonna get one more healing scroll, I guess. Protection scroll. Against destroyers, I mean, there's only 2. And he also has to worry, like, I guess if you use Entangled Trance, and then the opponent uses double Dispel from the destroyer, you can use the protection scroll immediately after, and then it's still gonna come in handy. It's Soul Brilliance, it's not that useful, it's just his 2 heroes, and he has a shit ton of Moonwells anyway. So I think it's okay to sell the Bong of Mana. I'm surprised he made no APs at all. But I guess he's Huntress Soul Tide pretty quickly. Alright, here we go. There's no staff. Protection Scroll is very quickly. Abom is gonna fall very fast. Score of the Beast used, but Wisps are gonna come in and detonate everything. There's still a shit ton of hippos left over. If Neutron fails with this, I guess he might just pull back and try to eliminate him, but it's fighting pretty well so far. Ente will retreat on Blight here. That's the problem with Wisps here at this stage. Anytime you have to all in against Night Elf or do like a big attack without a TP, they just bring Wisps and wreck your mana pool. There's actually no Moonwells. Wow. Just gonna buy everything. I think Neutron's numbers here are just very high. 68 against 38. I think that might be it here. Death Knight's getting wrecked. Where's the Dispel? Uses a Death Pact, but he's still taking so much damage. It's gonna go down. And that's gonna be it. Looks like Neutron will be able to advance out of this group here into the round of 8, which will be played tomorrow. GG.